Banned from the family trust meeting. I ditched the drama, poured every ounce of my energy into building a business from scratch, and watched from afar as my family's carefully constructed empire crumbled into a chaotic mess. There I was, sitting in my tiny apartment-turned-office, the glow of my laptop screen lighting up my face, a half-empty coffee mug in hand, when my phone lit up like a 4th of July fireworks show. Notifications piled up faster than I could process texts. Missed calls, voicemails, the whole deal. My mom, my brother, my cousins, even Uncle Ray, who still thinks the internet is a fad. They were all losing their minds, and I was just getting started on mine. I glanced at the screen, watching the chaos unfold in real time. A text from my mom screamed, "Evan, call me now. This is a disaster." I smirked, took a slow sip of my coffee, and flicked my phone to silent. They didn't want me at their precious trust meeting. Fine. I was out here building something real while their perfect little world imploded. Let me backtrack to explain how I ended up here, because this wasn't just a side hustle. This was my middle finger to everyone who thought I was the family screw-up. I'm Evan, 32, the guy who's always been the odd one out in my family. The Kincaids are old money, well, oldish money, made from my grandpa's chain of hardware stores in Ohio. My dad, Roger, took over and turned it into a regional empire. And my older brother, Nate, is the golden boy set to inherit it all. Me? I'm the one who dropped out of business school to chase dreams. As my mom put it with that disappointed sigh she's perfected. I've always been the one they called when they needed something fixed. Nate's DUI cover-up, Mom's charity gala logistics, Dad's shady tax questions. I was their go-to, their problem solver, their safety net. So you can imagine my shock when, 2 weeks ago, I got a call from Nate that hit like a freight train. "Hey, Evan," he said, his voice all casual, like he was ordering a pizza. "We're having a family trust meeting next week. But, we're keeping it small. Just immediate family and the lawyers. Hope you get it. No hard feelings, right?" No hard feelings? I stared at my phone, the words burning into my brain. The family trust, Grandpa's legacy. The thing that kept the Kincaids in their McMansion and country club memberships was being discussed without me. I wasn't some distant cousin or a random in-law. I'm Roger's son, Nate's brother, the guy who'd spent years cleaning up their messes. And now I was sidelined like I didn't matter. I called my mom, hoping for some clarity. She picked up, her voice dripping with that fake cheer she uses when she's dodging something. "Evan, sweetie, what's up?" No small talk. "Mom, Nate just told me I'm not invited to the trust meeting. What the hell is going on?" A pause, just long enough to confirm this wasn't a mistake. "Oh, honey," she said, that sigh creeping in. "It's not a big deal. We just needed to keep it manageable. You know how complicated these things get." Complicated? My voice was shaking now. "Mom, I've been there for every family crisis. I bailed Nate out when he crashed Dad's Porsche. I fixed your gala when the caterer bailed. And now I'm not good enough for the trust meeting?" She made that tisk sound, like I was a kid whining about a broken toy. "Evan, don't be dramatic. It's just one meeting. We figured you'd be fine sitting this one out. You're not really involved in the business, you know?" Not involved. My stomach twisted, anger and hurt knotting together. "I'm your son, Mom. I'm family. How am I not involved?" "Evan, please," she said, her tone sharp now. "You're making this bigger than it is. Just let it go." Let it go. I laughed. A short, bitter sound. I could see the script already. Mom would brush me off. Nate would send some half-assed apology text. And I'd be expected to smile and move on. Like always. Not this time. Something inside me snapped. If I wasn't important enough to be in that room, I wasn't important enough to keep playing their errand boy. I hung up without another word and opened my laptop. If I wasn't part of their precious trust, I'd build something of my own, something they couldn't ignore. I'd been tinkering with a side hustle for months. A small online store selling custom camping gear. I'd always loved the outdoors, hiking, kayaking, the whole deal, but my family saw it as a hobby not worth their time. Well, screw that. I poured every waking hour into it. I redesigned the website, sourced better suppliers, and started running targeted ads on Instagram and TikTok. I wasn't going to beg for their approval. I'd make them regret underestimating me. By the time the trust meeting rolled around, I was knee-deep in orders, my apartment cluttered with boxes of waterproof backpacks and collapsible lanterns. I posted a photo on Instagram at my desk, surrounded by gear, with a caption, "Banned from the family trust, but building my own empire. Sorry not sorry." The likes rolled in. My buddy Jake sent a fist bump emoji. My cousin Lila, the only Kincaid with a shred of self-awareness, commented, "Evan, you're killing it. Should have kicked them to the curb years ago." The best reaction? Mom. A flurry of texts. "Evan, what is this post? Are you seriously doing this over a meeting? This is petty." Petty? I wasn't even close to done. I sent her a screenshot of my first 5-figure sales month. Then I turned off my phone. No guilt trips this time. For once, I was putting myself first, and it felt damn good. The next few days were a blur of work. I stayed up until 2 a.m., tweaking product descriptions, negotiating with suppliers, and answering customer emails. My store, Peoples, was gaining traction. Blogs were mentioning it, and I even got a shout-out from a small outdoor influencer. I was in the zone, thriving, while my family was probably sipping champagne and arguing over who got Grandpa's lake house. I didn't care. I was building something real, something mine. Then, the day after the trust meeting, my phone went berserk. Calls, texts, notifications piling up like a digital avalanche. I ignored it at first, assuming it was just Mom freaking out about my Instagram post. But the names caught my eye. Mom, Nate, Lila, even Uncle Ray. I raised an eyebrow and opened the texts. The first one from Mom stopped me cold. "Evan, call me. It's an emergency." An emergency at the trust meeting? I sighed, debating whether I cared. Then Lila's message popped up. "Dude, you're not gonna believe this shitshow. Call me." Now I was curious. I scrolled through the texts, and with each one, a grin spread across my face. The universe had just handed me the best revenge I could have asked for. The trust meeting? A complete disaster. According to Lila, it all went south when Nate, in his infinite wisdom, proposed selling off half the hardware stores to fund some crypto scheme he'd been obsessed with. Dad flipped out, calling it a betrayal of Grandpa's legacy. Mom tried to play peacemaker but ended up accusing Dad of mismanaging the trust for years. Uncle Ray, who's never met a fight he didn't join, started yelling about how Nate was a spoiled brat who'd tank the family. The lawyers just sat there, billing by the hour, as the room descended into chaos. By the end, Dad stormed out. Nate was screaming about suing everyone, and Mom was in tears. Oh, and the kicker? They found a clerical error in the trust documents apparently. Some assets were misallocated because no one double-checked the numbers. Guess who they usually relied on for that kind of thing? Me. I leaned back in my chair, sipping my coffee, and kept scrolling. Lila's texts were pure gold. "Bro, you dodged a bullet. They're all blaming each other now. Mom, Evan, call me now. This is a family crisis." And then Nate, the golden boy himself. "Evan, I messed up. Where are you? I need you." Oh, now I was needed. Now I mattered. I could almost hear Mom's voice. "You need to fix this, Evan. We're falling apart." "Nope, not this time." I typed a single reply to Nate. "Sorry, I'm busy building something that actually matters. Hope the meeting was a blast." Then I blocked his number. I blocked Mom's. I blocked everyone except Lila, just in case she had more tea to spill. I set my phone to do not disturb, poured another coffee, and got back to work. My family could spiral. I was done playing their fixer. The next morning, I woke to the sound of my laptop dinging with new orders. My store had hit a new milestone, $20,000 in sales for the month. I grinned, feeling lighter than I had in years. No family drama, no trust meetings, just me and my business. I posted a photo of my sales dashboard on Instagram. When they count you out, count your wins. Peoples. The reactions poured in. "Jake. Bro, you're a legend." "Lila. Okay, now you're just flexing." Even an old high school friend. "Dude, can I invest in this?" Then I saw it. A notification that made me laugh out loud. Nate had viewed my story. Oh, now he was paying attention. I could picture him in his fancy office, scrolling through Instagram while stressing about the trust fallout, only to see me thriving. Good. I leaned back, took another sip of coffee, and thought, enjoy your mess, bro. Hope it's everything you dreamed of. But the notifications kept coming. Voicemails slipped through from random numbers, probably relatives trying to get around my blocks. Against my better judgment, I played one. Mom's voice. Frantic. "Evan, I don't know what you think you're doing, but this is not the time for your tantrums. Your brother is devastated. We need you here." I rolled my eyes and deleted it. Next, Nate, sounding like he'd been crying. "Evan, I didn't mean to cut you out. I need you, man. Please call me back." Deleted. Then Lila, whispering like she was hiding in a closet. "Dude, Mom and Dad are planning to show up at your place when you're back. Just a heads up. Also, Uncle Ray keeps saying the trust is cursed because you weren't there. It's hilarious. That one I saved. I tossed my phone onto the couch and opened my laptop. Back home, my family was scrambling to clean up their mess. Meanwhile, I was here, watching my business grow, living the best decision of my life. Poetic, right? They'd made me feel like the family failure, and now they were begging for my help. I posted another updated photo of my latest product, a sleek camping stove, with the caption, "Starting my day stress-free. Hope everyone back home's doing okay." Then I dove back into work. By noon, I was on a call with a supplier, negotiating a deal for a new line of lightweight tents. My phone buzzed again this time. Lila. Her text. "Okay, I know you're pissed, and you have every right to be, but you have to hear what happened after the meeting. Call me." Lila's always been the only one who gets me, so if she said it was worth a call, I was in. I dialed her number, leaning back in my chair with a fresh coffee. She picked up on the first ring, practically bursting. "Oh my God. Evan, you finally answered. Are you sitting down?" I glanced at my laptop, the sales numbers climbing. "Yeah, I'm in a pretty good spot for this." Lila laughed, breathless. After the meeting, Nate totally lost it. Full-on meltdown, yelling at Dad, accusing him of favoring Mom's side of the family. It was like a reality TV train wreck. Then Mom started crying, saying the whole disaster could have been avoided if you'd been there. She was like, "Evan's the only one who catches these mistakes." Uncle Ray jumped in, screaming that Nate's crypto idea was a scam and you would have called it out. "I swear, Grandma even said the trust was doomed because you weren't invited." I burst out laughing. So, the same family that cut me out is now blaming me for not being there to save their asses. "Yup," Lila said, giggling. Mom tried calling Nate's lawyer to smooth things over, but the guy just laughed and said, "You Kincaids are a mess. It's bad, Evan." I shook my head, grinning. What's Nate doing now? Still crying, still blaming everyone but himself. Last I heard, he's trying to salvage things with some emergency meeting, but no one trusts him anymore. It's a total shitshow. I took a slow sip of coffee. You know what's the best part? What? I don't care. Lila cackled. I don't blame you. Keep killing it, Evan. For the record, you did the right thing. I hung up, feeling more satisfied than I had in years. They wanted a trust meeting without me? They got a disaster instead. I raised my coffee mug to the air, toasting to the best decision I'd ever made. Then I got back to work, answering customer emails and planning my next product launch. The rest of the day was pure focus. I finalized the tent deal, set up a new ad campaign, and even got an email from a local outdoor magazine wanting to feature Peakpulse. At some point, I wondered if I should feel bad for Nate. Then I remembered how he'd dismissed me without a second thought. Nope. I posted one last updated photo of my laptop with the magazine's email, captioned, "Zero regrets." Then I turned my phone off again. Let them deal with their chaos. I was done being their cleanup crew. The next morning, I woke to another sales milestone $30,000 for the month. I ordered breakfast from a local diner, pancakes, bacon, the works, and checked my phone out of curiosity. Big mistake. Notifications flooded in. Mom, Evan, you need to stop acting like a child and call me. Nate, I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're so selfish. Another from Mom. This isn't funny. Your brother's heartbroken. Do you even care? An unknown number. Probably Uncle Ray. We need to fix this family before it's too late. I groaned, shaking my head. It was almost impressive how fast they went from sidelining me to expecting me to fix everything. Then one message caught my eye from Lila. "Okay, I know you're ignoring everyone, but read this. Mom's planning a big family intervention when you're back. Heads up." I laughed out loud. An intervention? They thought I'd just show up, let them guilt trip me, and pretend none of this happened. Not a chance. I texted Lila back. "Thanks for the heads up, but I'm not coming." Doubling down on Peakpulse. They wanted me out? I'm out for good. Lila replied instantly. "Wait, what? That's epic. Tell me everything when you're ready." I grinned, opened my laptop, and invested another chunk of my profits into the business new inventory. Better ads. Maybe even a small warehouse. No family, no drama, just me and my dream. They'd never given me that before, and now they couldn't take it away. I sent one last text to Mom and Nate. "Oh, you want me around now? Sorry, I'm busy building something you can't touch. Have fun cleaning up your mess." Then I blocked their numbers for good. I ordered another coffee and leaned back, the hum of my laptop filling the room. They could keep their chaos. I was done.